Today on NewsCenter, hear how Veterans Day is important to those who have served. Take a look at services the library offers to assist students in finals.
And check out how Omega's Follies went last night. All this and more on NewsCenter.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Bailey Kellum.
And I'm Eden Jordan. Here's what's making headlines for November 16th, 2017.
The ladies of Chi Omega helped to make Madison's dreams come true this week at their annual Follies event.
So this week was the 38th annual Follies. Our first one was on November 18th, 1980, I believe, and it started out as a variety show, and it's developed into a huge dance competition between several student organizations on campus. This year we had 13 organizations participate, and we had a sold-out auditorium. Chi Omega National Fraternity has paired with the Make-A-Wish Foundation as its national philanthropy that was established in the year 2002. And since then, Morehead State Chi Omega has granted 13 wishes and counting and raised over $85,000 to date. This year, our wish child was Madison. She's 7 years old. She's from Ashland, Kentucky, and she was qualified for a wish after she was diagnosed with leukemia. Her wish is to go to Walt Disney World in Florida, so I think after this year, with all of the funds that was raised this week at the Follies, that her wish will be granted through the Make-A-Wish Foundation, because Chi Omega is a nonprofit organization, so any money we raise will go directly towards her. So the Liza Memorial Scholarship is in honor of one of our sisters who passed away about a year and a half ago. She had a great impact on our campus with lots of leadership. Students can apply online through Morehead State's website, and preference will be given to students who have shown exemplary leadership skills on campus, especially preference given to women.
Kappa Delta was voted best overall and will be performing their dance routine tonight at the Greek night basketball game during halftime.
5 locals are in jail for the trafficking of illegal substances. According to Rowan County Sheriff Matt Sparks, the arrests follow multiple controlled buys from each of the traffickers. 3 of the alleged traffickers, Emerson Dwayne Trent, Jarvis DeHart, and Christopher Skaggs, were arrested for trafficking more than 2 grams of methamphetamine each. 2 more alleged traffickers, Joseph Cole and Bobby Stamper, were arrested for trafficking less than 2 grams of methamphetamine. Sparks says all of the alleged traffickers, except for Stamper, are in the Rowan County Detention Center. Stamper is in the Clark County Detention Center.
Yesterday, some of the area's best high school students were at MSU for the 24th Annual Mathematics, Physics, and Advanced Technology Exploration Day, also known as MPATE. Juniors and seniors who are skilled in science gathered for a day of competitions. All the students who attended were recommended by their teachers upon arrival. They were separated into groups of 4 with students from other schools. They then spent 2.5 hours doing problem-solving exploration activities. Each of the different activities were scored, and there was a winner at the end of the day. MSU faculty and staff members from the College of Science were in charge of the activities. About 450 students were in attendance. The Gateway Homeless Coalition, located here in Morehead, provides support, shelter, and advocacy for those who are experiencing homelessness. The Gateway House offers those services and more. Assistant Director Paul Simish tells us more.
We are a homeless shelter. We serve men, women, and children in the 5-county area of the Gateway Area Development District. That's Bath, Menifee, Montgomery, Morgan, and Rowan counties. The family or the individual has to be living in one of those 5 counties in order to be eligible for shelter here. If they're outside the service area, we'll refer them to a shelter closer to their own original home. We offer shelter, and then we also do case management. Everyone who comes in is paired up with a staff member. Finding housing, employment, education, healthcare, whatever resources the person needs to get back on their feet. Obviously, as a homeless shelter, our primary task is to help find housing. But sometimes in order to make that happen, you have to find a job, you have to find a source of income, get hooked up with public benefits. So we do all of that. This is not just a bed and a shower for a night. When a family comes in, we work with them very closely to help them line up everything they need to get into a place of their own and to keep that housing. So it's a very comprehensive program. We're very proud of that. We're as I said, we're much more than just a bed in the shower. And it's a lot of work. I mean, sometimes the people who are coming in, they're facing a lot of obstacles. And working through those obstacles, whether they're rental history, criminal background, credit problems, whatever, our job is to work through those issues, help them find housing that will meet their needs.
An MSU dental hygienist will be taking students on an aid mission. MSU Coordinator for Dental Services, Tanya Sochamower, will be taking 4 students with her to Honduras. They will be leaving for the trip at the beginning of the spring 2018 semester. This will be Sochamower's second trip to Honduras. She went last year with the First United Methodist Church. The team will be working for 10 days to see and educate as many patients as they can to help with their dental health and education. Kim Davis has announced she will run to keep her position of county clerk in the 2018 election. This announcement comes after speculation from officials that she would run for a higher local or statewide political position. Davis gained worldwide attention in 2015 for refusing to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples after the Supreme Court ruled that same-sex marriage was constitutional. Davis was then jailed for 5 days in September of 2015 for ignoring a court order citing the higher court's ruling. The county clerk claimed same-sex marriage went against her religious beliefs. There were 4 lawsuits against her for denying the marriage licenses. Following her case, Kentucky lawmakers removed all clerks' names from the state marriage license form, removing the burden of responsibility from the county clerks themselves. A federal judge later ruled that while the new law made the suits against her unsettled, the couples were still granted legal fees. Her legal representative, Matt Staver of the Liberty Council, states that she is not interested in any other office. Davis became eligible to file for re-election yesterday, according to the Kentucky Secretary of State's office. Hey Sahara, what's the weather looking like for today?
Well guys, much like my voice, the warm weather is going, gone, and we are pretty well into late fall, early winter weather. For the past 2 weeks or so, it's been pretty chilly, not quite what we're used to for late fall weather, but we are definitely moving towards that now, as today we've been in the 40s for most of the day, and throughout this next week it's just going to get even colder. Thankfully though, we have that football game on Saturday. Over the weekend it's going to get like progressively a little bit warmer. Around Friday will be in the 50s, and Saturday it will be even 60, and so it's going to be pretty comfortable for that.
Thanks, Sahara. We'll take a look at the extended weather forecast a bit later. We'll be back with more news after the break.
Hey, new MSU student. Where are you off to in such a hurry?
I gotta head back to my dorm to make lunch before my next class.
Well, what if I told you there's a place that serves Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Jump Asian Express, and the kitchen, and so much more?
Well, jeepers, mister, that sure would be swell, but where would a place like that be?
Welcome to 3rd Street Eats. It's open Monday through Thursdays, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and on Fridays, they're open only till 4 p.m.
Mister, how am I supposed to pay for this food when I don't have any cash on me?
You can use Beaker Bucks, Flex, or your meal plan.
I'd like to use a meal, please. Thanks for showing me around 3rd Street, mister. This place is swell.
You're welcome, but oh wait. There you go. Now you're ready to take on the rest of your week. Go Eagles!
The Texas gunman that shot members of a local church, Devin Patrick Kelly, has been discovered to have murdered and buried his wife. Local sheriffs report that the remains were discovered under the floorboards of his house during a search after the shooting. Kelly escaped from the Peak Behavioral Health Systems in New Mexico, June of 2012. Local sheriffs report that the shooting may have happened over a dispute Kelly had with his mother-in-law.
The company that makes Cards Against Humanity is trying to prevent President Trump's proposed border wall from being built by purchasing a plot of vacant land along the country's border to make the process of getting the wall built as time-consuming and expensive as possible. On Tuesday, the company kicked off its 2017 holiday mail campaign with the title Cards Against Humanity Saves America. The effort is part of a holiday promotion that encourages the game's users to send in $15 in exchange for 6 America Saving cards. The promotion also plans to send an illustrated map of the land and a certificate of their promise to fight the wall.
Papa John's Pizza released a series of tweets about apologizing for comments made by CEO John Schnatter about recent NFL protests. Referring to NFL leadership, Schnatter said that the protests have hurt Papa John's shareholders and should have been stopped over a year ago. Following the statement, the company Twitter released a message offering to work with the players and league to find a positive way forward. Papa John's is a major NFL sponsor and advertiser, which led the company to backtrack on the CEO's statement. The company's Twitter also added that it is open to all ideas except neo-Nazis. The pizza company's stock has fallen by nearly 13% since Schnatter's comments and is based out of Louisville, Kentucky.
Morehead State University hosted its first healthcare job fair this month. 25 employers and grad schools attended the job fair on November 1st. The event was hosted by MSU's Career Services and the Department of Nursing. Around 200 students attended the event. The next healthcare job fair is scheduled for April 11th of 2018. The Camden Carroll Library is gearing up to help students relax during finals week. Every semester they plan activities and create a relaxing environment to help students.
So we know this is a really stressful time for students. I feel like it's kind of already starting now. So we try to give students an opportunity to de-stress. So we're doing a lot of things we've done in the past. We'll do just streaming movies. We did Disney movies one year. We did holiday movies another year. I'm not sure what the theme is for this year. We're also going to try to get some popcorn in here for some snacks. We also do really just basic stuff. We've got coloring books, Legos, tabletop games, card games, just so you can students can turn their brains off a little bit. So the SGA has been generous, and they're going to bring in free snacks for the week of finals week in the evenings this year, which is so great. And then the NPHC, like the student groups, they're going to be doing, I think on the Monday before finals week, they're going to do like a free hot chocolate study break on one night, I think on Monday, and then Wednesday or Thursday they're going to do like a free pizza study break also in the evening. That way, once students actually get over here, they're done with their classes, they're really sort of buckling down for the night, they can get some goodies and in addition to the stress relief activities. So the movies, the streaming movies, they seem to be a sticking point, but I'm always open to suggestions. I'm obviously older than the students that are here, so honestly, if they want to give us suggestions on stuff that they want to see, stuff that they've seen in the past that they're not crazy about, I might just stick up a whiteboard over here for the next couple of days and see, like, what do you guys want to do? I'm trying to get some stress relief animals into the building as well. That's a big hit. I'm trying, fingers crossed, we're going to get a dog and a cat in here, hopefully.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions testified in front of the House Judiciary Committee on Tuesday, where he faced more than 5 hours of questions. He told the committee that he never lied in previous sessions in regards to Trump's campaign team and Russia. He said he had no recollection of a meeting where George Papadopoulos pitched a meeting between President Trump and the Russian president until it was brought up again. And now he does not recall all the details of the meeting.
After the break, Sahara LaForce has your extended weather forecast for the week.
And later we take a look at how Rowan County celebrated Veterans Day for this week's NewsCenter Spotlight. We'll be right back.
Connecting you with employers and graduate program. Get info to launch your career now. Turning you into a professional. Focus on professional development. Start your job or internship now. Let Career Services help you separate yourself from the crowd. Develop into an expert candidate. Career Services is here to help. Build a network. Hands-on workshop. Career Services, turning you into a professional.
It never gets old, huh?
Nope.
Kind of makes you want to...
Breaking a song?
Yeah? I love the sunset.
I love Eagle Lake.
I love the forest.
I love when the Eagles play.
I love the campus.
And all its sights and sounds.
Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada. Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
I love philosophy.
I love diversity. I love English.
And all its weird words.
I love the music.
And all its melodies.
Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada. Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
I love fraternities.
I love sororities.
I love to draw things.
And all the athletes.
I love Moorhead.
It's such a pretty place.
Looking for somewhere to test your true benching ability? In need of your own rack to squat? Don't feel like running outside in muggy weather and just want a place where you can get good cardio without having to go very far? Come out to our recreational center. Hours and job offerings are available on mymoorhead.com.
Hello and good evening. I'm Sahara LaForce, and Moorhead, this is your weather. Currently in Moorhead, it is about 40 degrees and partially cloudy with humidity at 71% and winds at 6 miles per hour. We probably won't be seeing any precipitation coming from that humidity, but it is going to feel a little bit swampy. It's been pretty chilly today, not too horrible in the afternoon, but our high is of 50, and I do not believe that we have hit that throughout the day. So it's been pretty chilly, a little bit chillier than expected. But it was kind of okay towards the afternoon. Going to and from classes this morning, it's probably a little hard to want to leave your warm bed. I know I had that problem, but it's gotten a little bit better throughout the day. Not great, though. Now for a look at our record temperatures on this date in the past. We have a high of 81 degrees in 1931 and a record low of 10 degrees in 1920. Quite a bit higher and lower than our current weather situation. Our normal high is 58 degrees and our normal low is 37. So we are right in the middle of that. Our projected high, like I said, was 50, but we've been in the mid to low 40s throughout most of the day. So we are kind of close to to the normal low for this date in the past. Now for a look at our live radar. There is some clouds coming in from the west and the east, but no projected precipitation. Like I said, we probably won't be seeing any of that. Now for a look at our temperature map. It is 50 degrees in Paducah, 52 in Bowling Green, 40 in Louisville, and 40 in good old Moorhead. Now for a look at tonight's forecast. It is going to be pretty clear with a low of 30 degrees and a 10% chance of precipitation. We won't be seeing any of that, but it is going to get pretty cold throughout the night. So bundle up if you're going to be traveling. Now for tomorrow's forecast, it is going to be mostly sunny with a high of 54 degrees, and sunrise is at 7:17 a.m. It's going to be kind of comfortable. It's going to get a little warmer throughout the night into Saturday, but that is the last we'll be seeing of the warm weather for a while. Now for a look at our 7-day forecast. It is going to get a little bit warmer throughout the weekend, going up to 61 degrees on Saturday. But there is a high possibility of storms that day with an 80% chance. So our football game might be rained out, but it will be in a comfortable temperature range. But going into Sunday, it is going to be in the low 30 degrees with possible flurries. Now that's your weather for the week. Let's go back to the desk for our NewsCenter Spotlight.
Last Friday was Veterans Day, an official United States holiday that honors people who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces.
Moorhead continued to take pride in recognizing Veterans Day on Friday, November the 10th as a celebration to honor America's veterans. Vietnam War vet David Marnett describes what this day means to him.
I'm so proud to be a veteran. A lot of our fellow Americans do not appreciate what we've done, but we have been recognized more now in the last few years.
David explains why he has served his country.
I served my country to keep all other people free, and so is my fellow brothers. And I like to come down here and look at the names on the wall. I like to see other people and talk with them. It's a day to remember that we are a free nation, free to worship, free to do what we want to do, and live our lives free.
Reporting for News Center, I'm Alicia Zacharias.
When we come back, we'll have your Eagle Athletics update. Welcome back. I'm Bailey with your Eagle Athletics update. The MSU football team fell short 38-31 during their last away game against Marist University. The Eagles were leading 31-24 with 15 minutes remaining, but Marist quarterback Mike White would throw 2 touchdown passes to take the lead. MSU quarterback Lawson Page threw a career high of 427 yards. The Eagles will return back to action for the final game of the season as they host Davison this Saturday at 1 p.m. The MSU women's basketball team are hosting the Matthew Mitchell Classic this week. With a 2-1 start during the Classic, head coach Greg Todd says that he is very pleased with the Eagles' effort, but he still sees room for improvement.
I felt like it was a great win against Sacramento State. We were behind the entire game. We were able to fight to the end and finally took a lead with about 30 seconds to go in that game, and that was exciting. Gardner Webb again came out slow, got behind, had a great run, cut it to 4 twice, had the ball, didn't work for us for the game, but I was pleased with our effort to come back. And then today, I think, against the non-Division I team, we put up 120 points. I think it's the largest margin of victory, and so it's some good things. We I think got better. We played hard, and all 10 players got a lot of minutes, so it was a good day, but get better, and hopefully we'll come out against North Florida and have a great game on Friday.
The Eagles will host North Florida to conclude the Matthew Mitchell Classic this Friday before hitting the road for its first back-to-back away games. That's sports. We'll be back with more news after the break.
High schools in Kentucky and Ohio came to Morehead State University's Baird Music Hall to compete in the annual Choral Festival on Monday and Tuesday. The festival has been around for 58 years and had an attendance of nearly 300 students. Thomas Schwerzik and Lucy Dever from Lexington Catholic and Xander Curry from Central Hardin took home awards for the vocal solo competition. The MSU Department of Music, Theater, and Dance is currently hosting a dance concert. The concert, called Enigma, began on Tuesday and will last until this Sunday, the 19th. The choreography for this performance was done by Natasha Davis, and the entirety of the production consists of MSU students, except for one. The performance will be in the Lucille Cottle Little Theater at 7:30 p.m. until Sunday, when it will be at 2 p.m. Right after NewsCenter ends tonight, come to Breckenridge Room 002 and watch a student film based off of NewsCenter. It's a comedy inspired by The Office and Parks and Recreation. The film will start around 6:30 and will be about 50 minutes long. Everyone is invited to come out, and admittance is free. Some of NewsCenter's staff guest stars in the film, and Professor John Flavel also makes an appearance. The film was made over the course of 3 weeks by 6 students for a senior seminar class.
3rd Street Eats has been busy with Gamma Phi Beta's Philanthropy Week table outside. To find out about their events, Madison Chandler met with NewsCenter to discuss their philanthropy and some ways that they are reaching out to our local community.
Well, our philanthropy is building strong girls, and what we do is we encourage the highest type of womanhood, and by doing that, we are supplying money to after-school activities for girls around the middle school age. We are doing Philanthropy Week, and we are sitting at a table outside of 3rd Street from 10 to 2, November 13th through the 15th. And what we're doing there is we're having a penny war for all of the Greek organizations on campus. And right now in the lead we have Pi Kappa Alpha, followed by Delta Gamma and Sigma Pi. Those are our 3 tops right now. We're also collecting clothes and different type of just like necessities, toiletries, stuff like that for the women of Hope Hill. We're trying to give back locally, and all the money that we're raising this week is going straight to the Girls on the Run in Lexington, which is on December 2nd at Keeneland. It starts at 9 a.m. and that's a 5K race that the girls who are in the Girls on the Run Building Strong Girls program, they train the entire first half of their school year for this 5K.
Last year, Gamma Phi raised $1,500 to the Building Strong Girls campaign. For more information about Gamma Phi and their philanthropy events, you can contact Madison Chandler. That'll be it for us tonight. Remember, your news is always on NewsCenter's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages.
And you can catch this broadcast again on msutv.net.
On behalf of everyone here at NewsCenter, I'm Bailey Kellum.
And I'm Eden Jordan. Have a good evening.